Sorry about that. My microphone was muted. There are a couple of tornado warnings in effect for McCutcheon County and southeastern Oklahoma. So what I'm going to be doing is just going through these storms. Since it was a little bit of a late notice. And the storm motion on these are quite unusual. As you can see from the radar, the storm motion is actually to the northwest, which is about 90 degrees off from how we normally get storm motions. Um, so again, there's a tornado warning in effect for Idabel, Garvin, Wright City, Oklahoma, as well as Hayworth, just south of Hayworth. And then there's another storm moving up across northeastern Texas body, which should cross the Red River here in the next couple of hours. So we'll go ahead and take a look at some of these tornado warnings. A tornado warning is in effect until 4:30 for McCutcheon County. A storm capable of producing a tornado was located over Idabel, or 25 miles west of Pareto, moving northwest at 25 miles per hour. It was radar indicated. And then we'll look at further south. There's a tornado warning for south central McCutcheon County and southeastern Oklahoma until 4:30 p.m. At 3:44, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 9 miles north of DeKalb, Texas, or 12 miles southwest of Foreman, moving northwest at 25 miles per hour. Again, these storms are not moving fast. They are moving to the northwest, which is quite unusual. Again, all the severe weather threat is in southwestern Oklahoma today. I'll go ahead and outline the Oklahoma border here. So give me just a second. Boom. So that's kind of the Oklahoma border that I'll outline in blue just to give a reference point. So again, two possible tornadoes in the state. One just south of Hayworth, and then another approaching Wright City. Likely will go just north of Garvin. It went through Idabel. As you can see, we are in a bit of a radar gap, so we do have to piece together radar imagery. Which is always fun. So, what I'll do is I'll pause this radar image. There's your possible tornado near Hayworth. It's going to be about 8 miles south of Hayworth. Again, movement is northwest at 25 miles per hour. So in about 10, 15, 20 minutes, Hayworth, you're going to be in the line of fire. That is south of Hayworth. You need to be taking your tornado precautions if you're in any of these tornado warnings. I'm not expecting any huge tornadoes today in this area, but as you can see, there's kind of a train of tornadic storms here, which is always a cause for concern. It's kind of hard to see where this tornado would be at with this Idabel storm, but I think it would be somewhere right in that area. Just north of Idabel. It probably went right over Idabel. Let me switch radars here. Yeah, your circulation is probably going to be right north of Idabel. About 4 miles north of Idabel. Wright City, you are going to be in the line of fire. Wright City, you need to be taking your tornado precautions. Garvin, really anybody in between Wright City, Broken Bow, and Garvin, and that little triangle there, needs to be taking your tornado precautions, as well as north of Idabel. Really, we are in a radar gap. I haven't saw any reports of confirmed tornadoes. which is good. But again, you aren't going to see a tornado in this area. It's very has a lot of trees and just not your environment that you see tornadoes in. There's this tornado warning that's going to approach Oklahoma here in the next couple of hours, just north of Redwater, Texas, and New Boston. Looks pretty stout on radar, but again, we're looking about 5,500 feet up in the sky. So again, we're looking at this possible circulation just south of Hayworth, probably about 7.5 miles south of Hayworth. It's lifting more towards the north right now. So Hayworth, be taking your tornado precautions. South of Idabel, be taking your tornado precautions. Let me highlight this Oklahoma border here for you again, as I know it's kind of hard to see, especially on smaller screens. So something like that's going to be your Oklahoma border. I am not an artist, so... but I can follow lines pretty well. But yeah, that's going to be your outline of southwestern Oklahoma, that McCutcheon County. Let me see if I can't find the McCutcheon County line. So that's your McCutcheon County area. Again, McCutcheon County, you have 2 tornado warnings in effect for your area. Both of them look quite stout. The circulation south of Hayworth continues to grow and look more impressive. Again, we're looking 7,500 feet up in the atmosphere now, so still has quite a ways to get to the ground now, but definitely be taking your tornado precautions. It's looking better with each scan. Again, really, the tornado threat is for McCutcheon County and a couple of surrounding counties. Possibly may have a couple of tornado warnings leak into that area, but again, focusing on McCutcheon County, as that's where we're expecting these tornadoes to stay. Let's see. Still a radar indicated tornado on both of these, I believe. Yep, both of these remain radar indicated tornadoes in McCutcheon County. I'll take a minute to show you what's causing this, if I can get a good radar image of it. Again, in addition to these tornadoes, we're going to have a increased flash flooding risk. It's been raining there for a while, and some of these storms are producing heavy rainfall as well. So I'm going to move to the DFW radar. Okay. So you can see the circulation right around here. If we look farther south, you can see starting movement here and here. This is your low pressure that we are actually seeing and identifying on radar at this time. It's going to be somewhere between Enos, Texas, and Athens, Texas. It's going to be your center of circulation, and this is just going to continue to bring moisture, favorable wind environment up from the Gulf of Mexico, create that seal over the Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Oklahoma area, and continue to have that tornado threat for the next few hours. I believe the tornado warning goes until 9 p.m. tonight, but this low pressure will continue to shift to the east. Let me move back to the Shreveport radar. Circulation continues to look pretty impressive on this storm, about 6.5 miles south of Hayworth. Again, it's drifting to the north and northwest. That's going to be your general movement at 25 miles per hour. As for this tornado warning for Garvin, Wright City, east of Broken Bow, or west of Broken Bow, north of Idabel. Let's see. Your circulation doesn't look impressive on radar, but we are 10,000 feet up at that point, so really it's almost impossible to see circulations when we're this far away from the radar. If I had to guess, your circulation is going to be just east of Garvin, Oklahoma. That's going to be where the best area of circulation is. Again, it looks kind of hard to see with this. I do expect the tornado threat to persist for the next couple of hours before that low pressure in the Ennis, Texas area subs off to the east. But again, we have a couple of areas of circulation that we're watching that are continuing to move to the northwest through Oklahoma, through McCutcheon County, into Oklahoma from Texas. Certainly an unusual direction. That's really why I'm live right now, just to make sure people down here are aware of the weather moving in a direction that's really not all that typical for Oklahoma. See if I can see any information on social media about this storm. Let's see. What is this search bar? Explore. If anybody has any questions, throw them in the chat. Again, we're looking at McCutcheon County. Let me get these storms in the view of the radar here. Additional threats are winds up to 70 miles per hour and hail up to the size of peas. Maybe a couple quarters mixed in. So again, the tornado threat is actually the main threat today. Lake Wright, Lake Wright, Patman in Texas had a water spout actually earlier. Let me look at where that is. Not familiar with my Texas geography. Again, we do have 2 tornado warnings in effect. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah, so Lake Wright Patman is going to be south of New Boston. So this is a New Boston storm that had the water spout on it. That's New Boston, Texas. let's move back to the radar here. Again, still watching a couple of storms in the state right now that do have the possibility of being tornadic. One circulation doesn't look as impressive now, but is south of Hayworth. Your area of circulation is going to be right now about 6.5 miles south of Hayworth. Excuse me. And your circulation here on your northern storm is going to be impossible to see from the radar. Again, let's check out this New Boston storm. Definitely a stout area of circulation moving between New Boston and Hooks across that interstate now. Still radar indicated. I have not seen any reports of a confirmed tornado in Oklahoma, which is good. We don't want those. Yeah, circulation has kind of fallen apart a little bit. We'll watch these for the next few minutes and see what happens. Really severe weather threat is going to be limited to southwestern Oklahoma, particularly McCutcheon County. Maybe a few storms may leak over into the surrounding counties down there. But any threats are expected to be minimum in those counties. Again, your threats today are winds up to 70 miles per hour, and a couple of tornadoes are possible. We aren't expecting any huge tornadoes, but one or two are not out of the question. Does anybody have any questions? As we wait for a couple more scans to come in on the radar. These storms do continue to weaken, which is good. That's what we want. Really, why we have such a high tornado threat is why we have a chance for a tornado threat is for because there's a low LCL height. The clouds are closer to the ground, so any spin doesn't have that far to go to the ground. The storms are at McCutcheon County. They are expected to stay in McCutcheon County in southwestern Oklahoma. Right now, there are no confirmed tornadoes in Oklahoma, but there is a tornado warning for Garvin, Oklahoma, Wright City, Oklahoma. Another tornadic storm will be approaching Idabel within the next half hour to an hour. Hayworth also has a tornado warning for it. And then we do have this undercell that we are watching in Texas between New Boston and Hooks. That is also moving to the northwest. Movement is at 25 miles per hour. Again, not expecting huge tornadoes, but a couple of small ones are not out of the question. And of course, it's going to be hard to get any confirmed tornado reports in this area due to the immense tree coverage and lower population density. So really we're going by radar meteorology here, which radar coverage again is not that great. Your circulation south of Hayworth is going to be in that area, which is going to be about 4 miles south of Hayworth. Hayworth, you do need to be taking your tornado precautions. Any tornado warning you are under, you need to be taking tornado precautions. Both of these, I believe, are still radar indicated tornadoes. They both have about 15 minutes left on the warning. Monitoring Twitter for any news that I see come up through there. Again, we are monitoring a couple of storms in southwestern Oklahoma. Blow up the radar here, and then we are also monitoring one storm in northeast Texas as well. So southeastern Oklahoma, northeast Texas are the two places we are watching storms at right now. Storm movement is to northwest, which is really abnormal for this time of year. Storms are moving very slow. These storms are associated with a low pressure area in near Enos, Texas, so which is just south of Dallas, Texas, between Dallas and Houston. It will continue to bring up moisture from the Gulf for the next several hours into the area, so flooding will become a threat with this area as well. Again, it's kind of hard to see anything on radar at this point in time. I'll continue monitoring it for the next few minutes and see if any of these circulations look more promising. I will outline McCutcheon County just so you can get a bearing on that area. Let's see. So it's going to be so that's going to be your rough outline of McCutcheon County now. Really, we are expecting the action to stay in McCutcheon County. Maybe a little bit of bleed over, but not much. So again, if you're in southern McCutcheon County, there are 2 tornado warnings in effect there. Circulation doesn't look that impressive on radar now. Movement is northwest at 25 miles per hour. This is due to a low pressure in Texas that is actually causing these tornadoes to form. I'm not seeing any tight areas of circulation at this point in time in Oklahoma. just a couple broad areas of circulation just to keep an eye on. Really, probably the farther you go northwest, more spin up in nature these will become. So again, we aren't talking about any large long track tornadoes with these. These are going to be some that spin up, do what they're going to do very quickly, and then lift. That doesn't mean to take these lightly, but it means that tornadoes on the ground now probably won't last terribly long. But again, we do not have very good ground evidence in this area due to the tree coverage and low population densities. So just something to keep in your mind out on. Circulation south of Hayworth has greatly weakened and broadened out. This circulation is going to go towards Idabel. Idabel continue to stay level well. I know you had that tornado warning earlier, but still have another one heading your way. Storm near New Boston and Hooks, Texas is strengthening slightly. It looks like it's about to head into Arkansas. It may eventually move into McCutcheon County, Oklahoma. Like the look of the new live stream? Thanks. Put a little bit of work into it, making it well. The radar is bigger and perhaps easier to see. Hopefully, trying to put some better radars software in place into the future. But as of now, right now, we are using RadarScope, which is a fantastic program for viewing level 2 radar data. Again, all circulation is broad in Oklahoma at this time. This storm down there in Texas is going to take a while to move into Oklahoma. If it does. So one thing I'll point out here is this purple. You may have heard me say this before, but this is a sign of range folding. Basically, where the radar signal is kind of interfered with is a simple way of putting it, and really causes bad data to be returned to the radar where we cannot use it. So generally, anything further away from the radar than the purple is generally considered bad data. So it's taken with a grain of salt in most cases. Something else I want to point out here is, as I put this into motion, is you'll notice we have storms moving this way. Let's see. Yeah, this way. You see that circle motion right around there? That's the area of low pressure near Karens, Texas. Karens. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce many towns in Texas. Looks like the tornado warning did get extended into Idabel. Excuse me, Idabel. Idabel, you are now under a tornado warning. South of Broken Bow, southeast of Garvin is under the tornado warning as well. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 8 miles southeast of Idabel, or 90 miles west of Foreman, moving northwest at 20 miles per hour. radar indicated rotation. So really what they're doing is we are starting to get into range folded. Hold on, let me switch. Circulation is still very broad. Made us something lower radar that supports it. But it's about to go into a range folded area. So we're about to lose radar coverage of it. So Idabel, Garvin, Broken Bow, be taking your tornado precautions. Again, it did look impressive just crossing the Red River into Oklahoma. It has since weakened on its radar presentation. But again, we are also shooting about 9,000 feet into the air at this point. The radar location we are looking at is Shreveport, Louisiana. Okay. Let's see, as I'll check social media here for any new information. Not seeing any new information at this point in time. That new tornado warning goes until 5:15 p.m. Again, that's for Idabel, south of Broken Bow, north or southeast of Wright. What? Garvin, excuse me. All these are towns. I'm waiting to see if they are going to extend any of these over two tornado warnings at this point in time. They'll probably extend this one for Arkansas into McCutcheon County as well. I'm not sure about this one in Wright City. They may let that one go away. And there's a new tornado warning further into Texas for Atlanta, Douglasville, up towards Maud, Texas. So again, we're having training tornadic cells in the area. So again, we are just waiting to see. That's probably going to be expired. I'm not expecting him to issue a new tornado warning for that storm. Not seeing any new information at this time. Yeah, they did allow that tornado warning to expire north of Wright City. So again, now we only have one tornado warning for Oklahoma, and that looks near Hayworth approaching Idabel. Circulation does look a little bit weak, but we are starting to get rings for the data. So here's where your circulation would be at. And what I just switched to is the actual wind velocity. In this graphic you're seeing now on the right is going to be your storm relative velocity. So this is with the storm motion subtracted out, just so we can get any small spin-ups. Really is what this is used for. So, really, we are expecting all the action to stay in southwestern Oklahoma, mainly in fact McCutcheon County. We do expect flooding to become a problem in this area. As I believe, let me pull up my forecast here on that. Let's see. Probably could expect no inch to 2 inches in this area, especially with these trending thunderstorms here. So again, flooding, wind up to 60-70 miles per hour is possible, as well as a few tornadoes are also possible. Again, Idabel, you need to be taking your tornado precautions. I know you already had a tornado warning earlier, about an hour ago, but this tornado warning is a new one, and that's going to be heading for you. Circulation doesn't look quite that strong with it, but of course you can't really take it at face value. You have to, since we're about 9,000 feet away from the radar, from the ground, so a lot can change in 9,000 feet. It doesn't take a lot to reach the ground for these storms. Circulation does look a little bit better. Let's see if I see anything. Nope. Does anybody have any questions? As we watch this storm move into Idabel. Not seeing anything on DoorPro products that would make me believe that there is indeed a tornado or a strong tornado. But it is certainly possible. It doesn't take long for it in this environment for a tornado to spin up. So again, we're watching this tornadic storm as it approaches Idabel. I do expect it to go right over Idabel, or dang near close where those highways intersect in Idabel. So again, that's State Highway 70, 87, US Highway 70, US Highway 259, State Highway 37. So basically it goes somewhere where all of those highways cross right in now. So I'll outline that area here. Somewhere in there is likely where the tornado will, potential circulation area will cross. I'm not saying there's a tornado on the ground, but it wouldn't surprise me if one spins up. So you definitely need to be taking your tornado precautions out of Idabel. It's basically right on top of you at this point in time. Check out this storm further south. Doesn't look quite as impressive on radar, neither one of those. Yeah, but the story of this afternoon will be quick spin ups. Just have to be weather well and be ready to take your tornado precautions in McCutcheon County, Oklahoma. That's really the area that we are most concerned about today. Not really expecting much elsewhere besides flooding. So, what I'm going to do here is, we're starting to get into, range folded data, as we are approaching out of the battle, so, it really makes any determination hard to make on storm motion. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to hop off of here, start wrapping it up here, either you do need to be taking your tornado precautions, Garvin, be on the lookout. And then the Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma border area. Within the next hour, you have this area that was of circulation that was between New Boston and Hooks, Texas. That's going to move up and possibly be tornadic at that time as well. So continue watching. I'll keep watching. And if there's any major events that I can actually show on radar, keep you posted. Anything changes with the threats, which I don't expect at this point in time, but definitely need to be on the lookout. Say well. Check if there's any more questions. Nope. So again, McCutcheon County, tornadoes possible. Really circulation has weakened. Either you do need to be taking your tornado precautions. But right now, there's simply nothing that I can really show you to illustrate anything. I will. They did just extend that tornado warning into Oklahoma. That was down near New Boston, Texas. It's a radar confirmed tornado. Damaging a tornado at 4:36 p.m. A tornado-producing storm was located 8 miles south of Foreman, Arkansas, moving northwest at 20 miles per hour. Other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include Tom. I don't know if that's a town in Oklahoma or not. But yeah, your far southeast McCutcheon County region be taking your tornado precautions as well. There's a radar confirmed tornado there. So you may have heard this difference from radar indicated, radar confirmed. Radar indicated really suggests that there might be a tornado. Radar confirmed tornado means that there is a tornado there. That's really the difference in the lexicon now. So that's where your tornado is going to be. Right on the Texas-Arkansas border, about 8.5 miles north of New Boston. So yeah, I really wanted to hop on here and give everybody an update on what's going on. I know it's kind of short notice for those in McCutcheon County, so that's a large reason why I hopped on as well. Tom is in Oklahoma. Okay. Tom, America, Moon, need to be on the lookout for the tornado warning in southeastern Oklahoma. approaching southeastern Oklahoma, I should say. The Idabel circulation is basically right on top of Idabel at this moment in time. So again, right there's gonna be your tornado right there. So yeah, looks like, yeah. So, again, I'm gonna hop off of here. Stay well with multiple sources in McCutcheon County and surrounding counties, just in case something funky happens. But not really expecting a severe threat for much of the rest of the state except for flooding. Don't drown. If you have a tornado warning, take it seriously. Take your tornado precautions, whatever they may be. Next 2-3 hours is gonna be your window of greatest tornado chance. So yeah, thank you for listening. And I'm gonna hop off of here. Yeah, talk to y'all later. As necessary.